Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. And so today we're going to be talking about new products that are going to be hitting the market at some point in the future, in the very near future as a matter of fact. We're going to be talking about the new Chinese Gem Pack 3 with the Gengar rare card inside and other Chinese exclusives. It looks amazing. If you guys have been around this channel for a good while, you guys know I like Gengar. I don't have much Gengar stuff displayed around me because I'm not so happy with what I found. But like, for example, I have this Gengar slab display. And of course, I keep anything Gengar that I can around me. And of course, I have a few shirts you've seen. But not only that, we're going to be talking about the new UPCs that are going to be getting released. I know some people have been kind of throwing shade at them, but I'm not surprised with what the products actually have. They kind of tell you what they have there, much like other products that we've had before. But before we move forward, I want to thank everyone for getting me to 500 subscribers. And it's so funny because I mentioned being 5 away from 500, and we like blew past 500 like it wasn't even a milestone. I just want to thank you guys very much. I'm going to keep pushing towards 1K. And of course, even further after that, I just want to show you guys that I'm grateful for all you guys being here and just enjoying the channel. So, but without further ado, let's get to it. Don't forget, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Of course, as always, it helps the channel. It's definitely helping push the channel at the very moment. Thank you guys so much for your support. But yeah, guys, let's move forward. So we're here on Poke Beach, and we have the brand new Chinese Gem Pack 3s with this Gengar on the booster pack. And of course, Gengar looks amazing. We all like Gengar. He is clearly a fan favorite. He's one of the top Pokemon out there. I would put him up there with Pikachu, Charizard, and Gengar, top 3 in my opinion. Yeah, amazing booster pack here. It just looks beautiful, right? The box is probably gonna have the same exact thing. They don't really change the booster pack with what the box looks like. So now here is where we have these Chinese exclusives. We have Meowth. He looks, oh, well, I don't know what happened right there, but yeah, we have Meowth. He looks pretty cool right there. Gengar right here looks amazing. I love it. Cubone looks so cute. I showed my fiance this card, and the first thing, that's exactly what she just said. She said, oh my God, this card is so cute. She loves it. You're going to have a lot of people love this card right here. It's a beautiful card. I definitely want it. The other exclusives are this Chandelure right here, which it looks okay. It looks kind of plain to me. I'm not such a big fan of Chandelure. It's all right. But then Cerulege here. Now, guys, hear me out. I know a lot of people aren't really in love with Cerulege. They started complaining about the Surging Spark Cerulege and things like that, but keep in mind, in the current anime, Cerulege is a big deal. He actually looks really cool in the anime. He's really strong. There will be a fan base for this Pokemon in the future. I'm telling you now, if you do look into the anime and you see what he's like, he is insanely strong. He is really strong. A really cool Pokemon. He is, like I said, just like Gengar was in his own ways, like dark kind of like Pokemon, a really strong Pokemon, really cool. I'm actually a fan of this Pokemon now after seeing the anime. So cool. So yeah, guys, the real big deal about this, I know on this channel I talk a lot about investing. We do market analysis here, and I just talk about the future and potential value in Pokemon, right? But right now, currently, with the Chinese 151 simplified Chinese set called Surprise, we have this card right here. This card, which is like breaking everything in Pokemon right now. First off, I love this card. I don't have it. I was never able to get it. I don't know if I really want to even try to get it. These Chinese booster boxes were supposed to be like $40 each. That's what they were until literally up until this one came out, and now they're just like inflating the price. I'm just maybe waiting a little bit. I'm still debating on whether to even try to chase it, but this is an amazing card. I said it before, it was definitely going to break the internet. I said that something very similar to that, and it did, right? Ungraded, and of course people complain about price charting because it doesn't consider card condition. And even though you may have issues with the card condition, this is still the market price that price charting is giving you. $1,000 and almost $800 for the raw copy. That is insane. What you can pull with one card. You know, we always talk about Prismatic possibly pulling a God pack worth $4,000. You could possibly pull one card worth $1,800. You grade the card, and it's selling for over $4,000, guys. That is insane. Sales over $4,000, $4,500, $4,200, all above $4,000. Guys, this is so crazy. I cannot believe what this card is doing. And now that leads me to believe, and I went to another site here called PokePair because it gives you a better view. Now it just leads me to believe like that this card is going to do something similar. It's of course a Chinese exclusive. What's going to make it so that this card doesn't reach some enormous value like the other? Maybe it's not the same. Maybe it's a little less. Maybe it's more. We don't know what the market's going to do, right? But this is another amazing card. I think the other one having Pikachu in it, and it's really a Pikachu card with Gengar in the background. I don't know if this one's going to have more value because it's an actual Gengar card. It kind of reminds me of the Morty's Conviction, right? The Morty's Conviction in Temporal Forces has Gengar in it, but it's not an actual Gengar card, and for that reason, it sells for like $40. I think at a PSA 10, it's somewhere in the upward of 200s, but it would be so much more if it was a legit Gengar card. Now, this being a legit Gengar card makes me think that it's possible that this one can reach some really high values. I don't know what's going to happen. Of course, we don't know. This is all speculation, but it's Gengar, and it's a Chinese exclusive card, which is going to make it really rare and probably really hard to pull. And with the current market, I don't doubt that it's going to cost a nice penny. Pretty penny. Yeah, man, I'm a big fan of Gengar. I actually was really happy when they showed that Haunter in Mega Evolution. Yeah, man, we're in for a really rough ride coming on with these next few months. Crazy that we're gonna have Phantasmal Flames. It's gonna have Gengar in there. It might drive this price even higher. It may be the reason why this card is being driven up so high as well. You have a great Gengar Charizard set coming out, and then you have the exclusive Gengar with the Pikachu that came out already, and now we have an actual Gengar card. Now, of course, we're not gonna ignore the other exclusives like this Cubone here. When was the last time you saw a good Cubone card? When was the last time you saw a good... I don't remember. Like, this card is amazing. This is an amazing card, and it's like Halloween themed. It's in the fall. Look at the leaves here. Like, this is so cool. This is such a cool card, and it's of course still 151, the original 151, and it's so nostalgic to me. Of course, Cubone had some great episodes years ago. Amazing. Great job for these Chinese sets. We don't know what the long-term future is going to look like for the Chinese market, but as of right now, it looks amazing. Meowth, another one. Of course, Meowth has a decent fan base. It's everything 151 has a decent fan base for the most part. For the most part, everything has a fan base. Meowth, I mean, of course, had a huge role in Gen 1 with Team Rocket and further on from that. Cerulege, of course, like I said before, it's going to have a very nice future. Cerulege cards, I would say, are probably a little underrated right now, just because of the potential value that's going to come up in the future. It's in the anime, like I said. It plays a decent role in the anime, and it's a really good Pokemon. So yeah, guys, really cool cards. The possibility of value here is, I don't even know. We had that Eevee, that Chinese Eevee set, where that Umbreon doesn't look so great, but it still has good value because it's a Chinese exclusive. Now these cards are Chinese exclusives and look great. They're exclusive to the Chinese market and they look great. This is so crazy. I don't even know. When I saw this news today, I was so excited, but I was also scared at the same time. I don't know what this set's going to be like, what kind of price points we're going to reach with these cards, and whether these guys are probably going to try to inflate the booster box itself. The Chinese booster boxes are supposed to be, once again, they're supposed to be $40. They're probably going to sell them for like $100, maybe 120. Who knows? And like triple their profit margins. Who knows what they're going to do, even more. But yeah, guys, I definitely wanted to talk about these cards. Next, I wanted to talk about the Mega Charizard UPC. Of course, you guys have seen many people talking about this box and what can possibly come in it, or whatever they're speculating. But I wanted to talk about it just because in this same post, we also have the Moltres UPC, which people were not happy with. And I don't get it, honestly. I don't understand why they're not happy with it. We also had, of course, they showed the back here, and they showed all the packs that are going to be in here with only 2 Destined Rivals packs. Yeah, they could have had a few more Destined Rivals packs. I'm not going to lie. They could have. They really could have had a few more Destined Rivals packs. But this is not exactly a Destined Rivals UPC. They could have had at least 4, I would say, in my opinion, would have been okay. But I think people would have still complained, because what they really wanted was a Destined Rivals UPC, just like they wanted certain Pokemon or certain arts in that Destined Rivals set. And at first they hated it, and now they love it, right? The only thing here that I really truly have a complaint about is this, these promos here, right? They could have came up with something totally different with moltres. There's so many cool things that they could have done with moltres, and they didn't do it. I think this was an easy way out for them, to be honest. But with that being said, like I said before, this is not a Destined Rivals box, so I would say you shouldn't be upset with it, because they're telling you what it is. It's a Moltres EX box, same as the Terapagos EX box, same as the Greninja EX box, and this wasn't all Stellar Crown. Yes, there were more Stellar Crown packs here, but at the same time, this box was made for the time that this set came out. It was made for the time Stellar Crown came out and before that. So that's why you have Stellar Crown packs here and all the sets that came before it. You had nothing that came after it, right? That's just what it is. And with the Greninja one, they had some Twilight Masquerade packs and the sets that came before that. And now we have the same thing here. That's why there's no Black Bolt White Flare. I always do that. I don't know why I always do that, but this is why they don't have any Black Bolt and White Flare within this. And of course, it's a specialty set. They don't put them in any other ancillary products that are not just specifically from that specialty set. So just don't be surprised. This Mega Charizard EX UPC is going to be the same exact thing. It is not going to be a UPC just for that Phantasmal Flames set. It's not. It's going to be Mega Charizard EX. It's not going to say Phantasmal Flames. If it would have said that, then it would have been just for that set. It would have been packs just from that. And it seems like they really only do that with specialty sets, like the 151 UPC, for example. But so what we're going to be expecting here is, of course, this. They're mentioning this card here. There's speculation that a card somewhat similar to this one, and I'm always going to say speculation because we don't know exactly what Pokemon's doing. They announce things here, and sometimes they're wrong. Even though Poke Beach has a good history with their announcements, but it says it here. You know, it's going to be this Mega EX UPC, and it's going to have packs from that Phantasmal Flames, probably a few from Mega Evolution, and things before that, probably some Destined Rivals, some Journey Together, and things like that. I don't even know if they announced it here. They actually don't tell you exactly what they're going to be. They just tell you what it's going to cost. It's going to have 3 promos, 18 booster packs, a playmat, a deck box, and everything else that comes in it. And that's it. And then they announced the Mega Venusaur EX Premium Collection. It's just going to be a box. This box is probably just going to be Mega Evolution and some other packs in it. It's possible that it might be some just Mega Evolution, but we don't know. Once again, they didn't disclose every piece of information that they could have with this. But I just want to say this and mention this stuff right here, just so that you guys don't get so upset. I saw so many comments. I saw so many videos made with people upset with the Moltres box. But the Moltres box says Moltres EX, just like the Terapagos, just like the Greninja, and anything else, in all honesty. You know, a lot of people have talked about how that Sword and Shield Charizard UPC was disliked and it sat on shelves for $90 for a really long time. And now it's reaching $400. So, guys, I think that maybe just take everything that's being said when it comes to the dislike of some of these products with a grain of salt, because in the long term, these may be really valuable. They may be really valuable. I wouldn't be against grabbing 1 or 2 of these if I can find them at MSRP. The same thing with the Mega Charizard UPC. I wouldn't be upset with it, especially with these boxes having the second half of the Scarlet and Violet era, which we like. We like Destined Rivals. We like Twilight Masquerade. We like Surging Sparks. Top 3 sets in the era. In the second half, are arguably maybe top 4, because Paldea Evolved fights for that 3rd or 4th spot. But yeah, they're gonna have them in there. They're gonna have them, and it's possible that the Mega Charizard UPC will also have those packs in it. So I would say, like I said, take everything that's being said when it comes to dislike with a grain of salt. I like to kind of shy away from the negativity, kind of look at it from a different lens, and really just give it my take and what I think about it, because there's a lot of things that were disliked that people are buying up like crazy. Stellar Crown is one of the worst sets in the era. They're still buying them up. The booster box is increasing in price. Same thing with Paradox Rift. Look at Paradox Rift was doing. It's going up in price, even though the value within the set is not amazing. Even though in the long term, I think that Roaring Moon is going to do amazing. I think that Altaria is an amazing card. It's a beautiful card sitting at $40. I'm surprised it's still there. But yeah, guys, I think just have your own take on it. Look at it from a different perspective if you can, and just think about what the potential of something can be, and look at the things that are valued now that weren't valued before. So yeah, guys, that's it for the video. I hope you guys found value here. It was fun. I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay safe out there. Peace.